Korean leaders are working together to make a summit with the United States a reality. Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong Un met for a second time in the peace village of Panmunjom in an unannounced talk that lasted 2 hours. The outcome to be revealed Sunday by South Korea's president. CGTN's Nathan King on what the meetings tell us.
I suppose it's the hug heard around the world. Quite incredible. Less than 2 months of their first meeting. A secret meeting this time between the leaders of the two Koreas, this time on the northern side of the demilitarized zone. Quite incredible, but perhaps very necessary. Apparently Moon Jae-in was there on the phone, the new hotline that was established after the Winter Olympics with his North Korean counterpart, and because of the sensitivity of the issues, they decided to meet up, basically left by a car. 2 hours of meetings. We are waiting to be briefed by Moon Jae-in, the South Korean president, early Sunday morning. But the big question is, what does this mean for the Kim Jong Un Trump summit? Because, of course, Trump dramatically pulled out of that on Thursday here in Washington, only to turn around essentially on Friday and say, look, it may be back on. We'll wait and see. And then on Saturday, he criticized media reports of a split in his administration, saying in part this: there is zero disagreement within the Trump administration as how to deal with North Korea, and if there was, it wouldn't matter. The first result that we saw after the Moon Jae-in Kim Jong Un surprise meeting was the fact that the White House has decided now to send basically officials to Singapore to work out the details of the summit. Now, the same team was stood up in the last couple of weeks by the DPRK for a similar meeting, and that in part led, apparently, to the Trump administration pulling out of the June 12th summit, as well as, of course, the fiery rhetoric that had come from the DPRK. But the big question still remains is what can be achieved at the summit. As you know, very different ideas from Washington and Pyongyang. Washington insists it wants complete, verifiable, irreversible denuclearization. That's giving your weapons away up front before any economic and security guarantees, like they did with Libya's nuclear weapons plans in 2003. Of course, that's a comparison that was angrily rejected by the DPRK. Pyongyang wants a go-slow approach, where essentially it will give something and get something in return, a staged approach to build trust. There are others, for example, in the region, Beijing, Seoul, have expressed sympathy for such a move as well. So the summit may be back on, but the details and what's going to be achieved still may be a question mark. We'll have to wait and see. Quite incredible to see this diplomacy played out almost in intense reality TV show format. And of course, that kind of suits US President Donald Trump. Nathan King, CGTN, Washington.